Hello, I hope you're well. Welcome back to my channel and my September monthly reset, which is really where I sit down, have a chat and a reflection on the month prior, as well as set new goals for myself for the month ahead. If you're new here, my name is Brittany, and on this channel, Florence and me, I talk all about being a first-time homeowner who's trying to make her house feel like a home, and talk about being in your 30s, single, living alone, and all the stuff that comes with it. This is very much a lifestyle type channel. August was weird. I think I said that about July too, but August was weird because it seemed to go by really quickly. Like 1 minute it was August 1st and suddenly like pumpkin spice lattes are at Starbucks, and like I'm seeing Halloween decorations and all the things. Like there feels like there's so much that I said I was gonna accomplish by the end of the summer, and I don't know that I did. But I did take a week off, which you'll have seen in one of my vlogs, and really enjoyed and recharged a little bit, and got to see more things in the Hudson Valley and spent time with my mother and all of that. Also, my role at work has changed, so I'm actually changing teams so that I can be more involved with digital marketing, and I'm very excited about it. I'm very thrilled about my new manager, who has been kind of my de facto mentor for the last 8 months. So it really is a good fit. So it's just been a month, and now we're looking into the fall, and geez Louise. But anyway, let's talk a little bit about how I did with my August goals, which I think I was kind of fair to middling, to be quite honest. Having that week off was so lovely, and I had like a laundry list of things that I wanted to get accomplished, like life admin things around the house. Did I do any of them? No, I didn't. But content goals for August. My first one was to get ahead. Wow, I can't talk. In filming. Did I do that? No. Actually, I kind of fell a little bit further behind in filming. I missed an upload because it ended up being during that week that I was off. And like I said, I just kind of unplugged completely and didn't want to have to think too much about anything. So I'd missed an upload around that time, and I really haven't picked up at all. So I need to be better about that. I think this weekend, which this is the Labor Day weekend, I have a 4-day weekend, I'm hoping that I can get a little bit ahead. But my other goal was to gain subscribers, which I did. At the beginning of the month, I saw some people subscribe, hello, to my subscribers right off my antiquing video, which made me really, really happy because that's my first video to hit 300 views. And I'm trying not to set unfair expectations or goals for myself, because then that's just disheartening. And I really do enjoy vlogging and chatting on here. So we gained a few subscribers, and hopefully we'll gain a few more. So of those two goals, it was a no for the first one and a yes for the second. Then we had homeownership goals. One was to put things on Facebook Marketplace and Depop. And I'm going to give myself this one, but it wasn't exactly what I envisioned. I really didn't put anything on Depop. And when I say I didn't put anything on Depop, I really didn't. But for Facebook Marketplace, I put things on Facebook Marketplace. It's just, they weren't things at my house. So, we're in the process of clearing out my grandmother's house since she passed away a couple months ago now. And she has a lot of sort of mid-century modern furniture and things. So I've been putting a lot of that on Facebook Marketplace, and I've had some interest. I've sold one thing so far. But I didn't really put anything except this one leaning desk that I have of mine on there. So while I'm giving myself the point for it, it's because I've been putting things, it's just not my thing. Then we had put up the gallery wall in my foyer. And that is a big no, I did not. That was one of those things that I said I was gonna do during my week off, and I just didn't do it. Remaining under budget for my groceries. This was so very close. There was one weekend when I went over, and it was the weekend where my mother was here. So I had to buy more groceries because it was two of us basically here for a week. And I didn't even really go that much over. I kid you not. What did it was I had to buy my conditioner, and my conditioner is $12. So I went $12 over budget. Then we have the personal goals, which are like more personal growth things and stuff like that. It's kind of a catch-all. One of them was to read Big Swiss. I started reading it in the vlog where I took myself on a solo date, but I'm like 20 pages in, so that's a no. I do plan to finish it though. It's set in the Hudson Valley. The person lives like in an old Dutch farmhouse in Hudson, New York, and the tone is very saucy already and just really amusing, and so I think I'm gonna enjoy it. I've heard really good things from people who have read it. It's just I didn't. I'm gonna make a concerted effort though to try to finish it this month because I do think I'm gonna really like it. So that was another no. Like I said, I did fair to middling with my goals. I did check this one off, which was to practice French daily. As I talked about in my other monthly reset video, I have been doing Duolingo for French for a good long while now. I think I just hit my 75 or 76th day streak. I feel really good about it. I'm feeling much better about where I am with French right now than I was 75 days ago, where I felt like I had lost everything, including my ability to do the accent. So then we had go on a solo date, which I did, so that's another one. That's another win for me. I have a whole vlog about it, so I will link that for you. But basically, as I said in that vlog, I am choicefully single. I do not want to date. I do not want to be in a relationship right now. And so I was like, why am I gonna wait for someone else to take me on a date? I'm just gonna do it myself. So I got myself a little dressed up, which for me is still keeping it pretty casual. I went out to dinner, I went to a movie, and I just had a grand old time spending time with myself. So that was nice. I would highly recommend that anyone, whether you're in a relationship or not, take yourself on a solo date, have that me time doing something you love. Next was to figure out some of the gaps in my capsule wardrobe, which again, I spoke about. I've been doing the capsule wardrobe for years now, but since the pandemic, like, this is what we're working with. It's a lot of leggings and sweatpants and t-shirts and things like that. I haven't been feeling really great about my closet, and I want to get excited about what I'm wearing again. I want to get to a place where I look forward to it and I'm not just being lazy and slumpy and putting on a t-shirt and shorts and calling it a day. So I was trying to figure out what are the pieces that I need based on the style choices that are really making me happy right now and sort of the look that I'm going for. And I've done some of that. I had envisioned more of like a sit down and actually like look through my closet and figure that out. That didn't happen, but I have started to make a list of things that I think would help my wardrobe. And then the last thing on my list of goals for August was to do a balance transfer, which I actually did. So that makes me very happy. Basically, I have a Chase Sapphire Preferred card that has a couple thousand on it. My limit is significantly higher, but the interest on that card is just astronomical. So even though I'm paying more than the minimum, it feels like I haven't made a dent in paying off that card in a good long while. So I decided to do a balance transfer to Citibank because they have a card that has 0 APR for, I think it's 21 months, which is the longest I've seen. So I went ahead and did that. But now let's look towards September. I have goals, and as I said, I've kind of divided them into content, home ownership, personal growth, and now I've added a finance thing because I was realizing as I was setting goals for September that a lot of them have to do with my finances and money, and that's a big part of living on your own. It was a huge part of buying this house. It's like I had to save, I have to budget because it's just my income paying for everything. So I figured that would be an interesting thing to add. Content goals. First and foremost, I would love to have a video hit 200 views in 7 days, which I had 2 videos that came close to it in the month of August and the very end of July too. But that since then my video views have been much lighter, but I would love to set that as a goal because I feel like it's attainable. I feel like I can do it with the right content. So I'm setting myself 200 views for a video. And then my other goal is to create secondhand September content, which I'm actually very excited about because I have gone ham when it comes to Depop purchases and antiquing and thrifting. And so when I found out that secondhand September was a thing, I was like, yes, this is what I can get behind. So I would love to have vlogs and content within certain vlogs that are part of secondhand September. And I think that's easy to do because there's stuff that I'm gonna be donating or selling or buying, and I think it would be fun content, I think, for most people. And based on the response that I had to my antiquing vlog, I think that there's people who really enjoy that. So I am going to go ahead and do that. Next is homeownership goals. And the first one is so like suburban and so not sexy or cute, but it comes with the territory. I need to prep my lawn for winter. Did I ever think that would be a sentence I would say? Probably not, but I do. I need to do that. I mean, I've been mowing it and weed whacking it, but I need to treat it for the winter, which will hopefully kill some of the stubborn weeds. I need to put down some seeds so that they come up in the spring. And yeah, I just need to prep the lawn. It's not cute, I know that, but it's the reality of home ownership. Like, I would love to have a really lush lawn next spring and summer, and I've grown some grass this year, but it's a process. So I need to go ahead and do that. We're keeping hang up the foyer gallery wall on the list because it's high time I do it. Those frames have literally been sitting in my hallway, leaning up against the wall since before I moved into the house. And then I'm adding hang up art in the kitchen, which I have pieces of art that I had originally used as a gallery wall in my bedroom at my parents' house. And I have this wall in my kitchen where I think at least a few of those pieces would go really well because they're like cool tones, like blues and black and white and that sort of thing. And my kitchen has a lot of gray and black, and I feel like it makes sense there. And that is like a baby gallery wall because I think that space can probably only hold like maybe 3 pieces. So we're adding it to this list. Personal growth goals. First and foremost, which this one is just gonna be on the list every month, is to continue to practice French daily. I'm becoming more confident with it. I'm learning vocabulary and I'm trying to master the accent. So I'm gonna keep doing it because it makes me feel good and I enjoy it. So practice French daily, staying on the list. Then, because it is that time of year, I need to switch over my clothes for fall/winter. I basically have 4 capsule wardrobes, 1 for every season, because the clothes you need is different for every season. And so I need to switch over and bring down the fall and winter things, put up the summer and spring things, which brings me to the next goal, which is to donate clothes to charities and or sell certain pieces on like a Depop. So that's another goal of mine. Not exactly the same as last month, but same concept basically. And as I said, that kind of fits with the secondhand September content idea. And then the last personal growth goal for me is I would really like to try and commit myself to only buying secondhand in September. Like, I think that would be great when it comes to like clothing as well as like house stuff. So I'm going to set it as a goal. Is there a possibility, and a strong possibility, that I will fail? Yes. But I think even just trying to be more conscious and make a concerted effort to buy secondhand, whether it's thrifted or from an antique store or whatever, it's just a nice thing to do. So I'm gonna strive for it. And even if I don't hit that goal, like, it's still good to strive for it. So again, fits in with the secondhand September content. And now for the financial goals, which I have quite a few, okay? So the first is I would like to stick to a $75 a week grocery and household like budget. That was what I was targeting this past month, and it works for me. Like, it helps me to be more mindful of when I'm buying household stuff, cleaning supplies, paper towels, toilet paper, that's like my conditioner, things like that that I need, and also groceries. Like $75 a week seems to be something that is attainable. So I'm gonna try to make that a habit for myself. And I think by doing it for another month, that is probably achievable. I want to learn about investing. I want to take a little money each month and invest. So my goal this month is to look into ETFs and indexes, do some research, and make my first investments. And I have kind of taken a baby step in that direction not that long ago. And when I say that, I mean like maybe 2 days ago from when I'm filming this, I set up a brokerage account with Fidelity. So I went ahead and did that, but I want to be very diligent with it as far as the selections I make and how much money I'm investing. In that way, like each month I can just, even if it's just a few dollars or a fractional share or whatever, invest and create a diverse portfolio. Next is paying off my chimney and fireplace refurb. It is one of the first big expenses for this house. I moved in and I knew the chimney needed work. I knew it would need pointing. It needed a cap at the top. I wanted to get it cleaned. But when I had the people come to do those things, they were like, well, it's not really to code. You need X, Y, and Z. The firebox needs to be done. This needs to be done. That needs to be done. Basically, $8,000 later, I have a functioning fireplace. But it was a big expense and I did take out a loan for it. And I've been throwing money at it each month because I have some federal student loans that have been on pause basically since the pandemic, but they're coming back in October. And my goal had been to pay off the chimney before that happened, and I'm just doing it by the skin of my teeth. Like, I have one more payment on it to go and that'll be done. So I want to pay that off. That will be 110% achievable, and it'll just be nice to not have the student loans that were paused plus the chimney to pay, plus the student loans that haven't been paused and I've been paying this entire time. So, like, that's a thing. It's a thing. And then the last financial goal, the last goal for September is no DoorDash. I like treating myself to takeout on a Friday, but DoorDashing is so expensive. Like, you pay for the food, and then there's the fees that DoorDash applies, and taxes, and then you have to tip your DoorDasher. And by the time you're done, like, if I spent $20 on food, I might be paying like $12 just in like delivery fees and tip and all of that. So it's a lot of money. So for the month of September, I want to not do DoorDash. I'm not saying that I'm not gonna like go out to eat at a restaurant or like maybe go pick up food if I'm out, but I just want to say no to DoorDash for a little bit. So yeah, those are my September goals. I'm still kind of sort of in denial that it's September. First of all, like I said, I don't know where the summer went, but where did 2023 go? Like, we're in the 9th month of the year. Like, I'm gonna start having to turn up heat soon. It's gonna start getting dark at like 4 in the afternoon soon. I'm gonna have to wear sweaters. Although, I'm not mad about the sweaters. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you click that subscribe button and I see you hanging around in the comment section in the future. But until next time, bye.